have to fly to Porter down there next.
I will. I will. I'm excited to experience Porter for my first time in a couple months. I'm really excited. I love that there's no middle seat.
Yeah.
That's your shtick, I know for sure.
I was going to ask you where you're staying, but probably shouldn't if we're on camera now.
All right. We're just letting our spoiled agents in. Oh, hello, everyone. Niagara Falls. Susan, I love my wine tasting. Right, Paul?
Yes, and you know I do too.
Paul and I share a common friendship with that. All
Bring me
right.
any
We're just
trouble.
going live everywhere, everyone. Okay.
Susan's working her magic behind the scenes there.
That's it. Getting our all of our friends on for all of our platforms because today we are live on Zoom. We're live on Facebook and we are live on LinkedIn and YouTube. Like we're not
We're
missing a
everywhere. We're
beat.
everywhere.
We're pulling out all the stops for you guys today. All right. Well, we have quite a few spoiled agents on right now on all of our platforms. So I think I'm going to get started if that's okay. I'd like to introduce a very good friend of ours here at Spoiled Agent. I don't feel I need to even introduce him, but I'm going to, and I'm going to put some hearts there because we love him.
Oh,
We love
thank
working
you.
with Paul and, of course, the Palm Beaches as well. And you are an account director. And Paul, what we also love? That you always bring fabulous guests. And who'd you bring today?
So today we have a very special guest, Andrea Di Profio. Did I pronounce that close enough?
Got it.
Good. Okay. And Andrea is the account exec for agency sales at Porter Airlines. And we'll talk a little bit more about Porter's service and Porter's service specifically to Palm Beach International. But Andrea, would you like to say hello?
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Paul, and thank you, Susan, for hosting us today. Hi, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Really excited to dive in and share some exciting updates with the Spoiled Agent team, and we'll also talk all about our exciting service to the Palm Beaches. So thanks for tuning in, and thanks for having us.
So, just a few things before we talk about prizes. We're live on, like I said, Facebook and Zoom and YouTube and LinkedIn. But our Facebook friends, you're over here for me. If you're just joining us, I see a whole bunch just popped on. Can you please make sure that you add your email in the comments so we know you're here and to qualify for the prize? Our friends on Zoom, we've got you covered because you're already registered, so we've got your email. And I think that's a really great segue for me to talk, to ask you, Paul and Andrea. Prize time. What's going on here today? Something very exciting, I feel.
Well, I'll start. You can announce what it is, Andrea, but a day or two after the webinar, we'll compile all the email addresses, do a random draw, and one lucky winner will win, Andrea.
10,000 VI Porter points. So the VI Porter points is from our VI Porter loyalty program, and 10,000 points can get you up to one, even sometimes two flights with Porter Airlines to anywhere that we fly, just depending on the destination and when you're booking. So we're really excited to be offering 10,000 points to one lucky winner today.
That's
Amazing.
amazing. Thank you so
Wow.
much for bringing that prize today. That's great. Normally we do a gift card, so this is a really nice change.
A really great prize. And also, you know what's also going to happen, Paul and Andrea? We also have here at Spoiled Agent, because our Spoiled Agents registered for this webinar, they have also been entered to win from Spoiled Agent a $250 Amazon gift
Right.
card, which
Yep.
we do a draw at the beginning of every month. So the more you watch our webinars, the more chances you have to win. And I can already see we have some winners on right now with us. So thank you all for joining us. If anyone has any questions for the gentleman, please add them only to the Q&A. We're going to keep that just for the questions. I'm going to say, because we're talking about the Palm Beaches and Porter, we're going to keep the chat for the oohs and the ahs because there's going to be lots of those today for sure. All right, gentlemen, well, I'm going to meet you at the end at the Q&A. Oh, Catherine just said she loves Porter. Loves it. Loves it, loves it. Okay, guys, thanks for everything. And thank you all, our spoiled agents. I'll see you in a bit.
Okay, thanks, Sandra. And Andrea and I are going to turn our cameras off because, as Susan told us, it sucks up a lot of bandwidth, and we don't want the presentation to get kind of pixeled and especially the videos start and stop. So we will see you a little bit later. So again, I'm the account director for Canada for the Palm Beaches. Thank you so much for signing in from wherever you are across Canada and to hear all about Porter and the Palm Beaches. Just first of all, the Palm Beaches is actually Palm Beach County. Sometimes people get a little confused between Palm Beach County and the Palm Beaches, but we don't just say Palm Beach because that is just one particular area within Palm Beach County. So that's why we refer ourselves to the Palm Beaches. So we are steeped in history, and we are also referred to as America's first resort destination. And I just want to give you a little taste with one of our new videos.
Vacationing is an art, and the Palm Beaches are your canvas. Paint the towns any color you like, because here, it's whatever you desire. Stroll along sun-soaked beaches and unwind at boutique resorts. Savor world-class cuisine. Indulge in a little retail therapy at trend-setting shopping destinations and explore hidden gems. In the Palm Beaches, you'll discover a lifestyle that's nothing short of a masterpiece that calls you, not just to visit, but to create memories of a lifetime. Curate your perfect collection of experiences in the Palm Beaches, Florida's most stylish vacation destination.
So, well, that's enough. That was just a little taste of the Palm Beaches. And just to explain a little bit more about our destination, we are a premium resort destination that offers world-class hospitality and a lot more options for your clients to experience more, especially high-end opportunities than any other destination in Florida. For example, here are just a few tidbits about our destination. We feature more than 100 family-friendly attractions. We have world-class accommodation, endless shopping experiences, 125 miles of peaceful waterways, which obviously your clients can take part in a multitude of water activities. We've got 160 artificial reefs. We have 160 golf courses, which makes us Florida's golf capital. We've got award-winning restaurants, plus a really thriving entertainment and arts scene. So first we're going to talk about where exactly we're located and how you get to the Palm Beaches, and that's where Porter will come in a moment. So if you can see my cursor, we are, this is Lake Okeechobee, which is the largest freshwater lake in Florida. So we're about 2.5 hours south of Orlando, about 30 minutes north of Lauderdale, and about an hour north of Miami. So as you can see, we are a big chunk of Florida, which gives us a lot of variety. So when your clients arrive, our international airport is called Palm Beach International. It is an award-winning, really convenient, consumer-friendly airport. It's been recognized numerous times by Condé Nast Traveler magazine. It's consistently ranked among the 10 best domestic airports by readers of Travel and Leisure magazine. We have a huge amount of the capacity through PBI, Palm Beach International, is actually executive jet, private jets. So it's not the kind of airport where you go in, you're going to get lost. And how many people have ever seen a terminal with a putting green in it? So we're very excited to have great connectivity from Eastern Canada to PBI. For the second year, we're thrilled to have Porter flying from Pearson to PBI seasonally. And Andrea will tell you more about that in a moment. And of course, Air Canada also flies seasonally nonstop from Toronto and Montreal. As an alternative to PBI, for example, if it's in shoulder season when there are no nonstop flights, the next closest airport would be Fort Lauderdale, which, as I mentioned, is, I don't know, 40 minutes away. And then beyond that, there's also Orlando or Miami. And the great way to get from one of these alternate airports to PBI is on the Brightline, which I will talk about after the Porter segment. The Palm Beaches also makes a great two-center holiday. It's easily paired with a trip to Miami or Orlando, where you can fly into one city and out of another. And now I'm going to turn it over to, if I can find the cursor, to Andrea.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Paul. And good afternoon, everyone. Thanks again for joining us. I'm really excited to spend some time talking with you about Porter and our service into PBI. So currently, our service is one time daily from Toronto Pearson, and our flights will be in the air until mid-April, specifically into PBI. So today we'll be showing you, why Porter is a strong option for your clients heading into Palm Beach County this winter, especially for those clients who want comfort and an elevated travel experience. Next slide, please. All right, so at Porter, this line here really sums up what we're all about. Actually enjoy economy. So we built our airline around the idea that economy travel doesn't have to feel like something that you're just surviving, right? So for leisure travelers, especially, your vacation really starts when you board the plane and not when you land. So everything that we do is all about elevating economy travel without really turning into something that's complicated or expensive. Moving on. So one thing that you'll hear time and time again from a Porter customer is how much they love flying with us. Really, all that's attributed to is our amazing crew. Our crew offers really genuine and warm hospitality. They're very welcoming and attentive, and it's the extra care and the service that they provide, which is, again, that really big reason why passengers do love flying with us. So we've been doing this now for over 19 years, and we've consistently scored over 80% in customer satisfaction, which is industry leading. And we've really built our reputation around making every passenger feel like they're our most important. And so for clients, that really translates into a calmer and friendlier travel experience end to end, which of course makes our jobs a lot easier when selling a product. So the next couple slides, I'll kind of go into our two different economy experiences, starting with Porter Classic, which is really our core economy product, and it's designed for travelers who really want flexibility without paying for extra things that they don't need. So we have four fare options in the Porter Classic category, which are basic, standard, flexible, and freedom. And all of these are customizable, or a la carte, if you will, and really allow your client to choose what matters to them the most. So everything from extra baggage or extra legroom to flexibility with their changes and cancellations. And on longer flights of 2.5 hours or more, they can choose to purchase in-flight meals on board. But regardless of what fare that they're choosing, every passenger really gets the complimentary beer and wine service served in real glassware, premium snacks, and no middle seats, which is something that we've been doing for the last 19 years. Next slide, please. And for travelers who want everything bundled and everything all included, we have our Porter Reserve options, which is what we like to call our all-inclusive economy experience. So this is really for the traveler that doesn't want to think about the details and just wants everything included in one simple fare. So our Reserve product offers two fare options. So we have Navigate and Ultimate, and with both offering no change fees, 2 checked bags, front of the cabin seating with extra legroom, and a more of an elevated in-flight service, which includes cocktails as well as fresh, healthy meals on longer flights. There is also a lot of day of travel perks, so you can use the fast track lanes at participating airports, along with a dedicated and expedited check-in lane at the check-in counter. So really, Porter Reserve is, for that traveler that's looking for everything all included and doesn't want to stress about any of the details. Of course, our signature beer and wine service is also included in Porter Reserve, but it just adds that little bit of an extra touch to the economy experience. Next slide. All right. So actually enjoy your time on board. So this is one of our biggest differentiators. So on our jets, we do offer free fast streaming Wi-Fi. So passengers who travel with us on our jets can stream their own TV shows and movies and stay connected to work, check their email, chat, or browse freely, however they may choose. There's no paywall, no sign up. It's just uninterrupted streaming access at 40,000 feet from gate to gate. So this is great, for especially a leisure traveling headed into Palm Beach County. It means flight access very quickly. But for anyone who's mixing a little bit of business and pleasure, they can also stay productive throughout their journey without any hassles. Moving on. So while our service does speak for itself, we're really proud to have been honored with many awards over the years, including some that are voted by every one of you, which is really amazing. So thank you so much for that. We do really value our trusted travel agency community, and being recognized year after year for best economy service and cabin experience really just tells us that we're delivering on our promise that we set out to do from day one, which is offer an elevated economy experience for everyone that flies with us. So we always say that when you're recommending Porter, you're recommending an airline that's consistently validated by people who fly it and sell it. And so we do always like to extend our warm, heartfelt gratitude and support to our travel agency community who continues to help us bring our mission of offering that elevated economy service to the skies. So thank you so much for all your continued support. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the aircraft that's going to take you down south this winter. So our Palm Beach service is operated by our new Embraer E195 E2 jet, which is one of the most modern aircraft that's in the skies today. So it's very quiet, it's fuel efficient, and it's designed for passenger comfort. So the cabin really does feel open and contemporary, which adds to that feeling of, it's a little bit nicer and elevated than a typical economy experience in the market. And that's a reaction that we hear very often. We currently have 50 of these aircraft in operation today, with another 50 on the way over the next couple of years as we continue to expand as North America's fastest growing airline. Now, on the next slide, it's a quick little video. There is no sound to it, but it's really just kind of showing our new state-of-the-art Embraer jet in action. It's very smooth, it's quiet, it's comfortable, and it's especially appealing for winter travelers heading down south who want their journey just to feel relaxed from the very start. So here's the seating layout of the E195 E2. And so one of the most important things for your clients is to know, the seating profile and what works best for them. So with 132 seats on board, you'll notice that, again, there's absolutely no middle seats anywhere on this aircraft. That alone is a huge differentiator for Porter. We're the only economy airline in North America that can promise absolutely no middle seats. Every seat is a window or an aisle. And so we do have a few different seating profiles. So we have seat pitches that range from 30 inches in Porter Classic to 34 inches in what we like to call a Porter Classic Stretch, which offers a little bit more generous legroom. And then in Porter Reserve, which is those first 4 rows front of the cabin, offers a very generous 36 inches of seat pitch. So there's definitely options at different price points, all within economy. And so in Porter Classic, the seating profiles are again a la carte and in addition, so you can add those additional ancillaries as you may choose. But within Porter Reserve, the seating is included, and it is again within those first 4 rows of the aircraft. There's also 2 lavatories in this aircraft. There's one in the rear and one in the back, or in the front, sorry. And they all offer modern touchless technology, as well as we have very spacious overhead bins as well in these aircraft. So really excited to continue to expand with this aircraft, as it does really offer a modern, quiet, and comfortable journey for your clients. Now moving on into our group travel offerings. So if you're ever booking groups of 10 or more on the same itinerary, we really make that easy for you. So you get competitive group pricing with very flexible payment options, complimentary seat allocation. So, we always guarantee that your entire group will be sitting in the same area of the cabin. And we also offer a very generous name change policy. So this really works well for if you're planning, weddings, golf trips, family reunions, or incentive travel heading into the Palm Beaches. And so to request a quote, all you really need to do is simply log into our travel agent portal. You click on the groups and events option there on the sidebar, and then you'll be directed to a web form, which will help you get in touch with our group travel specialists who really take care of everything from start to finish. So because we are an instant purchase carrier, we are ticketless in the sense of, so when you're booking groups, our team really does have a high touch service that will take care of everything from start to finish. So all you have to worry about is just giving us the names, payments, and all the details of your groups, and we'll take care of that for you. Now, speaking on the travel agency portal, we do have a very extensive portal that's really designed to help make your day-to-day easier when you're booking with Porter. So all of our policies, tools, and guidelines are located all in one place. Everything from our schedule change, commission policies, ticketing policies, it's all in there for you. And it's really built with the travel agent in mind. Our policies and e-ticket support are really designed to be self-service. So we do recommend taking time to access the portal for assistance when needed. And if you haven't registered, we do recommend please do so. All you have to do is visit flyporter.com, scroll to the very bottom of the page, and under the section that says business services, you click travel agents, and that'll direct you to the sign-in page, which does offer all of our policies as well as updates. Everything that you need on your day-to-day of selling Porter is all included in one simplified hub there for you. And to the next slide, that said, if you ever do need help or assistance with e-tickets specifically from a live agent, we do have our agency support team that is there for you. Their hours of operations are listed here over on the side. We do have a dedicated web form that you just have to tap into to access, and then the team there will help you out. There's options there to put attachments, everything that you need in there. And so that is strictly email based. However, we do have phone support available as well by contacting our general reservations team and just selecting the travel agent option, which will connect you to a live agent. But the good thing about also when you're on our travel agency portal, even if you're not registered or signed up, which again, we do obviously recommend, we do have quick links here, which you see here. And there is an option there at the bottom, which says contact agency services. That's where you'll go for assistance, but then anything else related to policies and ticketing procedures, things like that, is all available directly on our website. So we always recommend just to kind of bookmark this page, that you have it available in those moments that you need them, because anything that will be updated and any policies that do change, we will obviously have the updated policies available directly on the website there. And now to wrap things up, we are really excited to offer accredited travel agents plus one companion, 30% off base fare for travel all throughout 2026. So this is a really great way to experience Porter firsthand and give us a try. We have so many exciting destinations to explore, and I think if you're thinking of heading to the Palm Beaches this winter, it's definitely a great opportunity to hop on our new Embraer E190 flight jet and experience it for yourself. So thank you all so much for your time today. We're really excited to be connecting travelers to the Palm Beaches this winter, and it's great to continue working with all of you this winter. And so thank you so much for all your continued support and for tuning in today.
Thank you. Oh, I'm all choked up after all that. Thanks, Andrea. That was a great overview of Porter, your onboard services and the Embraer aircraft and its spoil agents. As you can see, this is a great option for your clients to travel from Pearson, the short 3-hour flight down to Palm Beach International this winter. So thanks again, Andrea. He'll be back for Q&A if you've got any questions. So just to give you a quick overview, just to orientate you with the Palm Beach County or the Palm Beaches, if you can see this red line, this outlines the actual county. So you can see it is very large. Big chunk of it is here up at Lake Okeechobee, but the two northernmost towns are Tequesta and Jupiter. This is a really great area for clients to stay in if they're into like ecotourism, snorkeling. The water is crystal clear. You can see lots of intercoastal waterways up here. There are lots of manatees that usually inhabit this area, and it's also very calm, so it's great for paddle boarding. And just south of there, south of Juno Beach, we've got Singer Island. This is a great area for, especially for families, because there are some great condo hotels up in this area. One of my favorites is the Marriott Singer Island, and they've got 1, 2, 3 bedroom condos, but they're beautiful. And the nice thing about this area is the beaches are really wide and very, very clean. Then if we go down to, where are we going? Palm Beach Gardens. Sorry, Royal Palm Beach area here. This is where a lot of our famous golf courses are located. The most famous one is the PGA National Resort. If we go over here, sorry, Palm Beach Gardens is there. I was pointing to the wrong place. Palm Beach Gardens. Lots of golfing up here. There's also a really huge mall up here, the Garden Mall, which I'll touch on later. Going down to West Palm, this is really the commercial center of the county. This is where Palm Beach International is located. And when you land at Palm Beach International, you can be in downtown West Palm literally in an Uber or taxi within 10 minutes. West Palm is where our first Brightline station was located, and it's still there. But it's a great entertainment area. Great shopping, great dining. We have Clematis Street, which is a pedestrian street at certain times during the week. And it's just great bars and restaurants, great safe and clean area to walk around at night. It's a great place like for maybe a girls or guys getaway for a weekend. Hop on a Porter flight, go down to West Palm, stay 3 nights, fly home. There's some very cool hotels here. And a lot of them have, excuse me, a lot of them have rooftop pools and restaurants or bars. You can't really see it because it's not a huge area, but this part across from the Intercoastal from West Palm, this is actual Palm Beach Island. So of course, Palm Beach Island is home of the rich and famous. There's glamorous shopping, such as Worth Avenue. Lots of great restaurants in this area. And it's also home to some of our iconic hotels. The most famous one, and if you've been on one of my webinars before, you know I always talk about it, The Breakers. It was started by the guy who actually brought tourism down to this area, Florida. And that's why it's called America's first resort destination. But we've also got the O Palm Beach, another great hotel, and the Four Seasons. Just moving to the west is an area called Wellington. I'll talk a little bit more about it, but this is a huge equestrian area. Going south, Boynton Beach and Delray Beach. These are great beachfront communities, low-rise hotels, very family-friendly, very walkable destinations. They're really kind of very casual beach resort towns, and they're both actually very popular with Canadians. And then finally, way down south at the lower end of the county is famous Boca Raton. I'm sure you've heard about it in really high-end residences, high-end shopping, again, great dining. Probably the most popular hotel down here is the Boca Raton Hotel, plus its beachfront sister, the Boca Beach Resort. And this is also where our second Brightline station is located. So just to kind of give you an orientation of the destination. And I can't talk about Palm Beach without talking about Brightline. Again, if you've been on the webinar before, I've always touched on it. But this is a great way to do a 2-center vacation, for example. It's a very environmentally way to get around Southeast Florida. Originally, the Brightline train only ran from downtown Miami to Lauderdale to downtown West Palm. But over the last couple of years, this current route has had some big changes. So as you can see in the map, and hopefully you're not watching this on a cell phone, but if you can see on the map, there are some new stations that have been introduced. One in Aventura, again, the one in Boca Raton, and the track now ends right inside Orlando International Airport, which is very exciting. So again, a great way to do a 2-center holiday. Maybe you book your family on Porter They fly into Orlando. They do the theme parks, get that all out of the system. And then they jump on the train right at Orlando International Airport, which takes them right into downtown West Palm or into Boca Raton. There are future plans to expand the track right over to Tampa from Orlando and to add 2 stations on the East Coast, one in Stewart and one in Cocoa Beach, which is going to be great for any cruise passengers that are heading to Port Canaveral. Because currently I guess the easiest way is to fly into Orlando and then rent a car or book a transfer over to Port Canaveral. But now you can fly into Orlando right from the train station in the airport. You will soon be able to go right down to Port Canaveral to board one of the cruise ships that sail out of there. The Brightline is also a great way for vacationers to get around South Florida, especially if they don't want to rent a car. If they're going to be spending a lot of times in the theme parks or in a beach resort and the car is just going to be sitting in the parking lot, it's expensive these days. So it's a very easy way to get around. The trains are spotlessly clean. There are 2 different kinds of service. One is smart, one is premium. The premium one has food and beverage on board, complimentary. It also has a private lounge in every station. Smart service is very comfortable as well. And you can either buy snacks on board or at a grab and go facility in the station itself. And this is the question I always get asked. Yes, they now have a travel agent portal and they do pay commission. So that is excellent news. They did have, I don't know if they've got it going right now, but up until the end of January, they had an agent deal. But if you go to the website, sign into the agent portal, you'll be able to find out. So just quickly, what sets Palm Beaches apart from other Florida destinations? Well, for one, sports and golf. As I mentioned before, we're officially known as the Gulf Capital of Florida. Plus, Wellington, which I pointed out on the map, is the winter polo capital of the world. I didn't know until I started repping for the Palm Beaches, but I found that quite interesting. And as a matter of fact, a lot of Canadians actually trailer their horses down to Wellington for the winter. I never knew horses could be snowbirds personally, but anyway, that's pretty exciting. In season, your clients can actually attend a champagne brunch on Sundays at the International Polo Club, and they can hobnob with the rich and famous if they like. Culinary, I've touched on this before. There's award-winning dining throughout the county. Here are just a few popular spots that you can experience, your clients can experience anything from Michelin star chefs to innovative and fun dining experiences. Arts and culture. In addition to being the Gulf capital of Florida and America's first resort destination, we are officially referred to as the cultural capital of Florida due to the number of museums, theaters, etc. that we've got. One must see if you've got clients coming down to the Palm Beaches is the Henry Flagler Museum. I really recommend that your clients see it and in fact make it one of their first stops when vacationing in this area. Henry Flagler was the one who introduced the railroad down to the Palm Beach area. He was the one who built the first hotel. He built the Breakers, which is still owned by descendants of Henry Flagler. But it's not only it's a historical and fascinating museum, but it's also a great way to learn all about the Palm Beaches and how America's first resort got its start. Outdoors. We have numerous outdoor activities and parks to keep any family or eco-adventure happy. Many of these parks are located in areas that are ideal for paddle boarding as the water is quite calm, as I mentioned earlier. An interesting fact is that Peanut Island is home to the blast shelter that was built secretly for John F. Kennedy after his election in 1960. Of course, the Kennedys spent a lot of time in Palm Beach, and especially winters. So the shelter is actually known as Detachment Hotel. It used to be open for tours but several years ago it was closed. I think it was 2017 they closed it. But I've heard rumors that it might be restored. It's not official, but I've heard that it might be restored and reopened to the public, which would be pretty cool to see, I think. Shopping. We have high-end retail therapy as well as an amazing outlet mall. Worth Avenue on Palm Beach Island is the original premium shopping street in the United States. It was built way before Rodeo Drive in Los Angeles became popular. We've also got a large outlet mall near downtown West Palm, just off I-95, and the Gardens Mall, which I mentioned earlier, which is up in Palm Beach Gardens, is north of West Palm Beach and has all the major US big brand department stores that you would imagine. And spa and wellness. The Palm Beaches is all about spas. Between us, I'm not a huge spa goer, but I do have a personal fave at the O Palm Beach. But all of them are beautiful. Most of them, I think, not all, no, I think all of them were actually completely renovated and actually expanded during the pandemic. Excuse me. Again, family fun. There's more activities for the whole family. Loggerhead, for example, is an amazing place where they rehabilitate sea turtles who've been found in distress in the ocean. And you can tour it, the facility. All the turtles have names. You can even donate a little bit of money and have access to a website where you can actually follow the progress. If you pick a turtle, you can follow it and see within a year or whatever the turtle's there. You can see when the vets are performing any operations or anything on the turtle and when they finally release it, which is very cute. Oh, I love the little turtle emojis there. Manatee Lagoon is a location where you can see manatees in the wild. Pop Stroke is an attraction where families can spend the whole day. It has a great putting course, pool, dining venues, etc. And the Rapids Water Park is the largest water park in South Florida, believe it or not. It has over 40 slides and attractions. So there's tons for the family to do. We've got year-round activity. The Palm Beaches is truly a year-round destination. We aren't like a lot of like sun destinations that kind of close down during the summer, the shoulder season. There are probably, as a matter of fact, there are probably more events and festivals that take part during the summer than there are in the winter. So this is great because your clients can take advantage of great shoulder season hotel rates. And the nice thing is they'll still have lots to do even at that time of the year, as well as enjoying great rates. Travel professionals, we're coming to a close pretty soon of this presentation, not the website. So we've got a great travel training portal. So please visit our website. We will send you a follow-up email in the coming days, and we will put a link to it. Our training program takes maybe an hour and a half, so it's not a huge time commitment. Once you complete it, whenever we do a familiarization trip to the Palm Beaches, we usually look to agents who have completed the training program. And right now we have a great incentive for any agents who are new to the training program, sign up and complete the program. So again, with our friends at Porter, if you sign up between January 15th and March 31st and complete the program within that time, you have a chance to win a round-trip flight voucher with Porter Airlines, which is a great incentive. So please sign up for the training program, do the program, and you may have a free trip with Porter and enjoy their wonderful in-flight service. So that is it for me. This is my contact information, paul@voxinternational.com. Some of you might know Eric. He's my contact down in West Palm Beach at the head office, Eric Garnica. And he comes up every year or so for a visit. So you may have been at an event and seen him. But again, we'll send you my contact details too later. So just to wrap up, I want to say thank you to Susan and the ladies, lovely ladies at Spoiled Agent, and also to our great special guest today, Andrea from Porter. And that is it for me, I guess. Susan, we've got time for Q&A.
Amazing. You guys, you're blowing everything up. Everyone loves all the emojis, all the reactions. I just want to say, Andrea, on Facebook, they're all saying, "Oh, I love Porter. I love flying with Porter." And then someone's like, "I haven't." And then Wendy wrote, "You really should. They're fantastic."
Thank you. Yeah, no, I mean, it's great to hear the support, and if you haven't given us a try, please do, especially with that 30% off agent rate. That's good for unit companion to anywhere that we fly. So
Okay, great. Yes, guys. So don't forget, you have to get on board literally with these great deals. There's so much happening today, so many great giveaways. We love having you guys. I just have a question. I know, thank you, Andrea. You took your question as well, so we appreciate that. Zon is asking, what is the best time to visit the Palm Beaches there, Mr. Paul?
Well, traditionally, the season starts around Thanksgiving and goes till around Easter. And that's generally when the airlines from Canada fly as well.
Okay.
But again, if you go in off season, there are amazing hotel rates, great offers like, stay 3, get 1 free, that type of thing. And it is honestly a year-round destination. But yeah.
That sounds good to me. That's all I'm going to say. Just a little tip, everyone that is on Zoom and on Facebook and YouTube everywhere. As a gentleman was speaking, I popped in their contact information, so you do have it. But of course, also you want to make sure that you visit the Palm Beaches supplier page on Spoiled Agent. You just go down to tourist boards and you click on the Palm Beaches. You're going to see Paul, fact sheets, everything about the specialist program. So you got to get on board. Like it's 90 minutes approximately before March. So get that going so you don't miss out. Really great opportunity to win with Porter for sure, March 31st. So it just started a few days ago. So we're still fresh and on
Lots
current
of
here.
time. Lots of time.
Ooh, Wendy just said here on Facebook, Andrea, Porter Reserve is the only way that she likes to fly. Amazing. All right.
Well,
Well,
a real spoiled agent.
totally, totally. Well, this is what it's all about, right? All right.
Excellent.
Amazing, guys. Really great opportunities today. We had a really great collaboration between the Palm Beaches, Porter, Spoiled Agent. We love it all. And you guys had a really great showing of Spoiled Agents from all across Canada. We appreciate everyone joining us, whether it was over your lunch or your coffee. For us and the gentlemen here, it's over our lunch. Andre, you did a really great job. You're an amazing ambassador for Porter Airlines.
well, thank you so much, guys. No, and I really appreciate the time to share some updates, and thank you so much again, Paul and Susan.
And Paul, you always are a great ambassador. And we love, of course, the Palm Beaches and working with you, all of you at the Vox International. Thank you for everything. And all of you for joining us today.
Yes, thank you, Susan, and all the lovely ladies at Spoiled Agent and all the lovely travel agents who signed in, took time out of your day.
Great. If you get an email from Paul or anyone from his team, open it up because you're going to get some Porter rewards there. All right. Have a great day, everyone.
Thank you.